Is your body reacting to trauma or stress in a way that you don't understand? If you answered yes, then keep watching because by the end of this video, you'll have a better understanding of what is happening to your body. Welcome, beautiful beings. On this channel, I speak about topics that can help you connect to your divinity. I speak about spirituality and even topics about mental health. So if that's what you're interested in, go ahead and subscribe. I also want to let you know that I have a book out called Growing Young, Mind, Body, and Soul Cohesion. If you're interested in that, the link is down below. I also offer coaching services, and I'm going to link the link down below for that. If you're interested in that, you can email me at the email down below and check out my coaching website to find out more about that. Okay, so let's get right into the video. So there are 4 different ways that we currently know of how our body responds to danger or perceived danger or threat. So that is now the fight, flight, freeze, and fawn. So our ancestors, because of the way that they reacted to danger, was able to help us evolve to this point. So now there is also different ways that we respond to danger, right? And sometimes we can actually be in a dangerous situation where our life is actually at threat and we have to react, right? In our body, the hormonal and psychological changes help us to react in a certain way. But say if you have PTSD, so for example, I had PTSD, or I should say, do I have it now? I mean, I feel like I still have the memories, but they don't make me react in the way that they used to. And I don't know, my diagnosis that I used to have, I don't think they align with me anymore. But anyways, when I was diagnosed with PTSD, I would have memories of my first trigger warning, by the way, for anyone who doesn't want to hear about sexual abuse. When I went through my sexual abuse, of course, in the moment, I was in a dangerous situation, so I reacted the way I did, but I kept having the memories, and even though I was not in the environment of being in that threat anymore, my memories used to get triggered and I would remember those memories and my body would react. So that's what I mean when I say perceived danger, because even though at the moments of when I would have those memories, I wasn't in the immediate contact with the danger, it felt like it was, right? So my body would react. The memory would make my body react. So that's what I mean by the perceived danger. Sometimes our traumas can, of course, traumas are something that is you're being in a dangerous situation, but even after that, it could still affect you and the way your body responds, right? Responds to that. So I'm gonna go into a little bit more of details of all 3. Sorry, not all 3, all 4. I'm gonna talk about all 4 in this video. So the first one we'll talk about is the fight mode. So fight is when there's a danger in front of you, you fight back the attacker. So yeah, you fight back or you get aggressive towards the threat or the danger. And this can like manifest in different ways. It could be like if you're arguing, you argue back. Or if someone's actually attacking you, you like attack back, you fight back. This can also be like in controlling ways, like you start wanting to control other people. So yeah, and there's different ways of how fight can come out. Some people also do like energy work to fight back, you know, or send bad energy when they become in that fight mode. So yeah, everyone has their different ways of like fighting back the attacker. So the second way is to flight. In a dangerous situation, you might just flee, you know, and run away from the attacker. So that's flight, and now like this can manifest in different ways. So you can just become avoidant, you can withdraw from the situation, you can become a workaholic, because sometimes people don't want to face what has happened to them. Sometimes memories can cause us to feel this way. So some people want to avoid that, and they want to flee from their memories or troubles, and so they end up becoming workaholics. That's another way that this can manifest. You can also end up sleeping a lot because you're like fleeing from the situation. You don't want to, you're like being avoidant to it. That could happen as well. Or like you might end up avoiding situations or people because you're fleeing the situation. You don't want to be involved, so you don't want to face it, so you're like running away from your problems or your memories. There's different ways someone can flee from like their traumas or their perceived threats that are not currently happening, but they're still happening in our memory. So, or they're in our subconscious mind that we haven't like really cleared out. So people still flee from those memories, right? So the next one is freeze. So if you're in a dangerous situation, you might end up freezing and not being able to react. You feel like you're frozen and you can't move, or you feel completely numb. This can also manifest as you dissociating. This can also be like if someone's like yelling at you and you're like feeling a lot of stress, and that it's making you respond in a way internally, and you just freeze and you can't seem to like speak. You're frozen. That's what it feels like, right? You just can't move. So this is another way that some people respond to stress and trauma. So the last one is fawn. Fawn is when you are in a dangerous situation and you try your best to calm the situation or calm the threat or the person who is threatening you. So this can manifest as people pleasing. You start putting other people's needs before your own. You may end up having a hard time setting boundaries, and you just become very avoidant. So yeah, this is another way that someone can respond to threat or trauma. Do you have any particular stories of any of these responses that you've had? If so, comment down below if you feel comfortable. Maybe it could be helpful for anyone who reads it. And I just hope that this video was helpful and giving you more insight about why your body reacts the way it reacts in certain situations. So yeah, I guess until next time, peace and love.